Alright then guys, how's it going? It's JTJudgment here, back again as always with another FIFA 16 Legend review, and today I am coming at you with the 87 rated Portuguese goalkeeper. Is it Vitor Baia? Again, I want to apologise guys if I mispronounce his name. I'm probably going to do it with a couple of the legends in this game, but I am pretty confident in saying that it is Baia, so that's what I'm going to say for the rest of this review. So this review guys is going to be a little bit different, not in the sense that it's a legend review, but in the sense that it's a goalkeeper. You know, this is the very first goalkeeper review I've done in a hell of a long time. I did a couple back in FIFA 15, I think I did some in FIFA 14, but this is definitely the first I've done for FIFA 16 Ultimate Team. Really excited to get into it and let you guys know what I thought of the player. Now, before I get into my thoughts on him, massive credit has to go to the boy that was nice enough to let me use his account to use the player and review the player. All links are going to be down below in the description. As always, if you follow those links, head on over to his account. Said a massive thank you from me as well as yourselves, guys. That would be absolutely insane. I'd really appreciate it. Now, Vitor Baia, for me, in this game, he turned out to be a fairly reliable goalkeeper. You know, you got to remember that he is an 87 rated goalkeeper, guys, which makes him the lowest rated legend goalkeeper currently in Ultimate Team. But if you look at his stats, guys, he honestly doesn't really look like an 87 rated goalkeeper in my opinion. 90 diving, 88 reflexes, as well as 88 handling, 80 kicking, 83 positioning, and 64 speed. Those are very good stats to have in a goalkeeper in my opinion. And for stats like that, they deserve to be on a goalkeeper that has at least 88, maybe an 89 rating, you know. So to see them on an 87 rated just makes it that much more special in my opinion. Now, like I said, Baia for me turned out to be a fairly reliable goalkeeper. Like I was saying, stat wise, no problem. The positives that I found with this card, guys, is that his diving for me was fantastic. He was a very good long shot stopper, very reliable at stopping long shots for me in this game, as you're going to be seeing from plenty of the clips that I'm going to cram into this review for you guys. His positioning for me was fantastic. He just always seemed to be in the right place on the line to either stop a long shot, rush out and make an absolutely fantastic reflex save, which I'll get onto his reflexes in a second. But like I said, positioning for 83 on the card, I just really didn't see anything bad in game when it comes to positioning. Now, like I said, his reflexes were fantastic, 88 on the card, and I gotta go out there and say it, even though, guys, this is not his best stat on the card, it was his best part of the card in game for me. You know, he made some fantastic reflex saves. There is a slight downside to his reflexes, which I will get onto in a second, but in general, guys, reflexes is not a problem really with this card. His kicking for me was very reliable as well. Now, I personally am not somebody that kicks the ball out with my goalkeepers on a regular basis. It's the way I play. I just automatically, without thinking, go to throw the ball out. That's just me though, guys. Let me know what you are like in the comment section down below. But if you are somebody that likes to kick the ball out instead of throwing, then I gotta say it is not a problem with the legend Vitor Baia. And the last positive, guys, that I gotta mention with this card is his speed. Now, speed is something that I personally like to have in goalkeepers because it gives you the option of being able to, you know, rush out very quickly off the line, put pressure on your opponents, hopefully making them make a mistake, and it's just something that I like to have, you know. And 64 speed to have on a goalkeeper is very nice speed to have, so I've got to say no problems there. Now, those are pretty much all the positives that I found with this card. Great diving, great long shot stopper, positioning was good, his reflexes for me was insane, his kicking for me was very reliable, and he's got very good speed. Now, the only weaknesses that I need to mention with this card is that his throw-in wasn't the greatest. Like I just said, guys, my play style makes me throw the ball out without thinking about it, and that is something that I noticed on a regular basis. Unless the player you're aiming to throw the ball to is in acres of free space, the ball is just not going to go to him, you know. And something that I didn't really like about Baia as well, he doesn't have the long throw trait, so he's not one of the goalkeepers that will be able to, you know, freely throw the ball past the halfway line, which is something that I personally like to see in goalkeepers. So if you are like me, guys, and you like your goalkeepers to be able to throw the long ball, definitely something to keep in mind if you are thinking of buying him. And the other weakness is definitely the biggest weakness that I found with this card. He parries the ball, guys, so often. That That's the weakness that I mentioned, you know, the bad side about his reflexes. His reflexes for me were absolutely out of this world. But the downside is he would make a fantastic reflex save. He would parry the ball to the other side of the box, and who was standing there waiting for the ball to bounce to them? My opponent's player, ready to slot the ball into the back of the net. You're going to be seeing a couple of examples in this video of exactly what I mean, guys, and he did it to me a lot more than I would have liked him to, you know, and it slightly let me down while using the card, but it didn't let me down too much, you know. It's just something to keep in mind, guys, if you are thinking of buying him. It might just as well have been me just getting unlucky, you know, but for the purposes of this review, guys, it's definitely something that I wanted to mention. So, guys, when it comes down to it, strengths, great diving, he's a great long shot stopper, positioning, fantastic reflexes, good kicking, he's got very good speed as well. The only things you need to worry about when using this card is that he parries the ball a lot and he does not have the long throw trait. Other than those, guys, he's a fantastic goalkeeper. I got to give him a 9.2 final score. That is because seeing as that throwing the ball and parrying the ball is such a big part for the goalkeeper, in my opinion, and for my style of play, that is why I've put him down to a 9.2, but that's definitely a decent rating for an 87 rated goalkeeper, and I gotta say he is worth the coins, because as of right now, he only goes for about 200,000 coins, I think it is, guys, which is a very cheap price for a legend in this game, especially a goalkeeper. But let me know your thoughts on the player in the comment section down below if you have used him yourself. Also, guys, don't forget to smash the like button if you did enjoy and this video did help you decide whether or not to go out and buy the player for yourself. And lastly, don't forget, guys, take care, and I will see you all next time. Ta-da, guys.